Are you truly living or merely existing? Imagine a life where you effortlessly navigate challenges, where success isn't just a dream but a consistent reality, and where your relationships flourish with authentic connection. What if I told you there's one crucial, often overlooked piece to this puzzle, a missing link that holds the key to unlocking your fullest potential? This isn't about secret formulas or fleeting trends. It's about a profound truth that can transform every aspect of your existence. Yet most people are completely unaware of its power. If you've ever felt like something fundamental was missing, preventing you from reaching your peak, then you absolutely cannot miss what we're about to explore. Prepare to discover the foundational principle that could revolutionize your approach to life, business, and personal well-being. Because once you understand this, there's no going back. The profound question at the heart of our discussion today revolves around this missing link. What exactly is it missing for? Is it the elusive component for achieving unparalleled success in your business ventures, ensuring that your endeavors not only thrive but leave a lasting impact? Or perhaps, is it the key to cultivating a harmonious and deeply fulfilling family life, fostering relationships built on understanding, love, and unwavering support? Could it be the secret to personal fulfillment, navigating the complexities of modern existence with grace and resilience? Ultimately, for me, the answer is strikingly simple, yet profoundly impactful. I want to invite you on a brief but transformative journey into the very thought processes that ignite within my mind when I contemplate the world around us, or when confronted with such an all-encompassing question. It begins with a fundamental truth. The future, however bright or promising it may appear, holds no significance if you are not there to experience it. Similarly, your business, no matter how groundbreaking or profitable, ultimately means little if you are absent, unable to witness its triumphs or learn from its setbacks. You cannot genuinely savor the joys of your family or the richness of your personal connections if you are not truly present, both in body and spirit. The core message then is undeniably clear. There is something intrinsically vital about you. This forms the very initial, non-negotiable starting point of everything we will discuss, the imperative to own your life. As I observe the world today, and indeed reflect on patterns from the past, what consistently stands out is a pervasive tendency, the outsourcing of responsibility. We often delegate countless aspects of our lives, our well-being, our happiness, our failures, to external entities. Institutions, other individuals, or circumstances beyond ourselves frequently become the receptacles for our accountability. We find ourselves constantly looking outward, either seeking someone to provide us with solutions and answers, or conversely, searching for someone to blame when things inevitably go awry. Regardless of the direction we turn, the underlying issue remains the same: a reluctance to internalize responsibility. We rarely utter the profound admission, "I made the mistake, it's because of me." Consider your typical morning. You awaken, and perhaps it feels like you're destined for a bad day. Your colleagues seem difficult, the day itself feels oppressive, traffic is unbearable, your work feels like a burden. Yet the truth is far simpler and more empowering. None of these external factors are inherently bad. What is truly amiss is your attitude. This internal lens through which you perceive the world dictates your experience, transforming neutral events into sources of frustration or opportunities for growth. Among the myriad factors contributing to this pervasive sense of disempowerment, I believe one of the most critical missing links, though certainly not the only one, is the concept of care. To truly live a life of purpose and fulfillment, you first need to deeply understand what care genuinely entails. Without care, there is no investment of time, no dedication of effort, and crucially, no genuine interest in your own life's trajectory. If you don't truly care about your health, for instance, it becomes an inevitable consequence that you will struggle to maintain well-being. Therefore, a pivotal starting point on this journey of self-ownership is cultivating a profound sense of care. Naturally, this extends beyond the self, encompassing a genuine care for your family and for all those individuals who are precious to you and form the fabric of your surrounding community. However, there's a profound truth embedded within this. You can only truly care for someone or something else if you first intimately understand how care feels within yourself. The same principle applies to love. You can only genuinely love another if you know what it feels like to hold love within your own heart. If you lack love internally, how can you possibly give it authentically to others? Similarly, if thankfulness is absent from your inner landscape, how can you express it sincerely? Thus, everything truly begins with you. What do you aspire to see manifest in this world? What unique contribution do you wish to bring forth? Whatever you perceive as missing from the global tapestry, remember that with 8 billion people, there are undoubtedly 8 billion different ideas of what constitutes that void. But the profound truth is this: whatever you desire to bring into existence, whatever change you wish to see, first and foremost, you must embody it. Become the living representative of the very thing you believe is missing. Consider the vast landscape of online content, particularly on platforms like YouTube. If you type motivational videos into the search bar, you'll be inundated with an almost endless array of content. Many of these videos are incredibly well produced, boasting excellent content and offering truly helpful perspectives that resonate deeply. I myself have listened to many of them, appreciating the wisdom they impart. But let me pose a critical question, one that you, as someone familiar with these types of videos, can undoubtedly ponder. Out of 100 people who watch these inspiring talks, how many truly experience a lasting, transformative change in their lives afterward? To say none might be a touch pessimistic and perhaps even elicit a chuckle. I would venture to say some lives are indeed impacted. However, it's undeniable that the number of lives genuinely transformed stands in stark disproportion to the sheer volume of content consumed. So, what exactly is the problem? I believe one of the central issues, one of the crucial missing pieces, is what prevents these powerful influences, these insightful talks, and these impactful messages from truly taking root and having a sustained effect on an individual. This isn't some esoteric secret confined to ancient traditions like the Shaolin. It's a universal truth understood by every culture throughout history. If you possess only theory without the vital component of practice, then all you have is mere book knowledge. It's simply information you absorb while lounging on a couch or in bed, allowing you to intellectually conclude, I know that. And while knowing is indeed valuable, there must be a tangible pathway, a dedicated method for you to effectively put these acquired insights into consistent practice. Having likely listened to a multitude of insightful talks throughout your day, I now invite you to witness for a moment a different kind of lesson, a vivid demonstration of the practice championed by traditions such as the Shaolin Temple. Observe closely, and afterwards, if the meaning isn't immediately apparent, I will endeavor to explain the profound implications of what transpires. Imagine the sounds of focused breathing, the rhythmic strike of a stick against a body, the grunts of effort, the deep exhales. Following such a rigorous display, one might find a profound shift, a release. The accumulated stress seems to dissipate, replaced by a sense of calm and centeredness. The resounding applause that often follows speaks not just to the physical prowess, but to the deep, almost primal understanding of the message conveyed. Indeed, countless traditions across the globe aspire for us to achieve a state of inner peace. And yes, peace is an exceptionally noble and elevated goal. I too yearn for a world bathed in peace one day. However, the fundamental question and the true challenge lies in how one arrives at that profound state of peace, and simultaneously, how one truly strengthens oneself from within. The Shaolin approach, for instance, presents a distinctly different philosophy. For those curious, after such a demonstration, one might even be invited to feel the solidness of the stick used, a tangible connection to the intensity of the practice. The essence of this approach is quite revealing. When you experience that first strike, your body immediately communicates a clear message. This is not a good idea. Laughter might erupt from the audience, acknowledging the universal discomfort. Your body instinctively reacts, often with a resounding, "Oh no!" What immediately surfaces then is pain. And this brings us to a crucial inquiry. Why do we believe that consistent physical training, intense physical activity, and dedicated practice teach us something far beyond merely how hard one can punch or how fast one can kick? It is not about those superficial metrics. While impressive, I am not concerned with the brute force or speed of a strike. My concern lies squarely with the mindset it cultivates. What happens when you navigate this lifetime and something entirely unexpected, something painful or challenging, suddenly materializes in your path? In that pivotal moment, a profound choice emerges. You are presented with two distinct paths. When suffering arrives, you can choose to flee, to retreat from the discomfort, or when the pain manifests, you can choose to face it head on. The second approach, this is precisely what the Shaolin way embodies. It teaches us the art of overcoming suffering. We do not run away from it. Instead, we confront it. We move through it until we have cultivated such immense strength, both physically and mentally, that the suffering, though still felt, no longer holds the same tyrannical grip it once did. It transforms from an overwhelming force into a sensation that can be observed, managed, and ultimately transcended. How then do we translate this ancient, profound wisdom into the frenetic pace and unique challenges of our modern lifetime? Perhaps it simply means this: we need to make ourselves stronger again. This statement, though simple, carries immense weight. I contend that much of contemporary society has become alarmingly weak. And why is this so? It stems largely from the unprecedented abundance of technology at our disposal. We are increasingly liberated from the need to physically engage our bodies. My mind often drifts back to the Stone Ages. Do you genuinely believe anyone in the Stone Ages suffered from depression? Or, considering a slightly more recent example, the Spartans. Do you imagine them grappling with depression? You might find humor in the comparison, but these groups, whether prehistoric or ancient warriors, were simply too immersed in physical activity, too occupied with the demands of their bodies and their survival, to become bogged down by the modern epidemic of depression. Yet, how does time unfold for many of us today? You can, if you choose, sit from morning until evening, glued to a screen, with virtually no physical demands placed upon you. Nothing challenging, nothing requiring robust bodily effort is necessary anymore. This, in large part, is why, for nearly a decade, our organization and I have endeavored to share a crucial message with the world. Perhaps delivered in a light-hearted or even humorous manner, our core encouragement to people everywhere is this: get more physicality into your life. It is as simple and as profound as that. No elaborate philosophical treatises, no intricate theories, just a straightforward, urgent call to action. And so, to distill these insights into a memorable framework, allow me to present the 3 C's of life. While it might elicit a chuckle, its simplicity makes it profoundly easy to recall and apply. First, there is choice. In every moment you stand at a crossroads, presented with a decision. Is it a good choice or a bad choice? That, of course, depends entirely on what you are choosing. You exist here and now, and in this very instant, you possess choice. Or do you? If you deny yourself the power of choice, then inevitably, the consequence of that inaction or specific decision will follow. Yet, when you embrace the power of choice, consciously selecting a path, you will immediately begin to feel different. Furthermore, the people around you will perceive you differently. And based on this altered perception, on seeing something new and powerful emanating from you, entirely different, chances and possibilities often miraculously open up. I am perhaps the best living example of this principle. I am not by nature a public speaker. My life, since the tender age of 4, has been dedicated to a very different kind of practice, performing physical feats, perfecting forms, engaging in challenging and visually striking demonstrations. This is my true origin. But along this arduous journey of training myself, of truly coming to know myself, understanding my skeleton, my muscles, my organs, my intrinsic energies, along this path, a certain wisdom began to emanate. It is my unwavering belief that this wisdom is a direct consequence of relentless practice, and not merely from reading books or accumulating theoretical knowledge. Therefore, with immense gratitude for this incredible opportunity, I extend my heartfelt thanks to you all and wish you a truly wonderful evening.